Or discoid? Did you? Let me help you.
I may start it over.
That's okay. So discoid cleoid. Okay, this is a discoid cleoid. It has like a spoon end and a spades end, and then our burnisher again. So anything you cut, you're going to smooth. So a little cheater burnisher going. Burnisher.
Ready to that. Articulating paper and holder.
Articulating paper and holder. Again, if we're working on a occlusal, a lingual, we'll check.
High-speed handpiece with 556 or 997.
All right, high-speed handpiece right here. 557 being loaded. Again, we're talking about this hopper.
Slow speed handpiece with a rounder.
Okay, slow speed round with a round, and the size I have currently, it looks like it's a 0.5 actually. So this is one of the really small ones. Okay. Anything else?
No.
We're done? Oh, good. We can go to our procedure. Let's wait for it.
And you're going to put the rubber band in when it's stacked.
Yeah. Got 2-time and burnisher. All right, we're ready to go when you are. So we're going to work on tooth number 19, MO. All right, Dax, let's fix this big tooth so you can eat some steak again. So same steps, check my tooth, dry my cheek. Again, remove the cap if your doctor allows you, put it over there. I just leave it on so we don't get poked. And then rinse. Doesn't taste horrible. All right, this one we don't have to check anything prior to starting. The only thing we have to do is isolate the tooth. So we're going to use the rubber dam this time. So we're going to do the steps after the patient's done. Patient's done. All right, rubber dam. All right, she punched my holes already, so this is the rubber dam material. I'm not cussing, but this is the dam material. Dam material. Pass me that dam clamp. Just kidding. Just thought I'd be funny this morning. All right, here's my clamp. Okay, one thing to remember. What do I need on here?
Floss.
Yes. So, do you have the floss guide? We'll just cut this in half. You have scissors? Here, we don't have to get another one. Why do we need floss on my clamp?
It's an anchor.
Yeah, it's so if it pops off the tooth, it's gonna make a basket in the throat. So I got a little fishing line to catch it and pull it out. This is required by OSHA 2016. If you have a paranoid doctor, you take blood pressure, she's very precise. She will yell at you for not having floss on the tooth. Or clamp, sorry. All right, so I didn't actually tie a knot like Ty. I put my tails between the loop and pulled it because it's easier in sterilization. If I tie it, I gotta untie it when I go over there. So making it easier, I could just stick an Explorer in there and pull it out, okay? So the bow, this is the bow. These are the jaws. The bow goes to the distal of the tooth. My anchor tooth is how many teeth back?
2 to 3.
2 to 3. So how many holes did you punch me? You punched me 3. Okay, so we can do, my anchor tooth's gonna be tooth number 18. I'm gonna put it on my gingival third of the tooth. All right, new students, it looks like this. Am I shining enough? Can you see that? Okay. So that's step one.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
You said it's 2 teeth back?
So I'm on 19 is their tooth we're working, and I clamped on 18. So I went 1 tooth distal. So I'm on 18. All right. So that was step one. Step two is to put your rubber dam material. All I'm going to do is put the bow between the hole. Okay. So put my rubber dam material on like that, and then pass me a frame. We're going to frame this damn thing. I didn't cuss. I just like to be funny. Okay, so I'm going to frame it. These are just steps of the rubber dam. These are not steps of the procedure. So, all right, my dam is on. She's going to look for a Woodson for me so I can invert the dam. How about give me a condenser then? Yeah. It doesn't have a sharp end, so I'm just going to put this over my clamp. Okay, I'll take some floss so I can floss my septum between my teeth. When we floss, we don't pull up. We just floss and pull out with the dam, because if I pull up, I'm pulling the dam out that I just flossed. Just a little bit. So we punched the, I think that's a question this mod. We punched the holes 2 to 3 millimeters apart. So that's a final question, I believe. Write that down. I need the answers to that one. Ah! It's giving me a hard time.
That wasn't scary at all.
I know, right?
Okay.
That's what we're doing to you, except you don't move. You're numb. You don't feel nothing. You're just like, why are you in my mouth struggling? Okay. All right. Dam is on. High-speed hand piece. So even though it's prepped, I'm just going to make sure it looks good. So it's going to be short prep. I knew it. See what I mean? If you don't have the dam on, it's going to stop you. Okay. Good. Let's go to slow speed. First to there, here's the slow speed. All right, we're good. Go past me the last time. Moving on me. All right, my my prep is done. I refined, I removed my spoon. I did all that stuff, so now I'm ready to restore. So she's gonna pass me Toffelmeyer. And it's set up, so I didn't review this mod, so this is fast. This fast review, we'll go through it slower. But, so the outer knob turns the spindle. I'm turning it left because it's loosey, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. My matrix band, I'm gonna fold my feet together, smile up, so that's a smile, that's a frown. So smile up, hold your feet together. My Toffelmeyer is going to place you up, put my feet into the diagonal slot. We're going to go to the right side. I'm going to use my outer spindle again, lock it in place. This one's kind of broken. There. All right, matrix band ready to go. I'll take the wedge. Bless you.
Thank you.
Are these two bonded together already? No, I lost it finally. So what I'm doing is I'm burnishing because it keeps folding when I put it in approximately. I need it straight, so I'm just making sure it stays straight. All right, that's good. Actually, so look in here. So since you're a senior, you see how I got my matrix mat or my rubber dam in between there? Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to pull it out. All right, anyway. Yeah, so you don't want any material inside your dam. That's my error right there. Looks good. Take my wedge. Okay. I'll take a burnisher real quick so I can make the curve of my mesial. So this is just still steps of the Toffelmeyer. I haven't moved on yet. Just making sure my Toffelmeyer is in place and good. So I'm just rounding my mesial so it looks like a shape of the tooth. And now I'm finished with my steps of that.
Where are you placing the wedge?
I placed the wedge on my surface that's missing. So on 19, we're working on MO, and my surface that's missing is that mesial. So I'm going to wedge there. So let's see, I'll explain it as quick as I can. So if this is my tooth, I have two teeth side by side, right? So let's say I cut, that's permanent. So let's say I cut this tooth here, and now that's there. So my matrix band is sitting below there, and my wedge is going to put my matrix band tight to where it's at, which is going to wedge these teeth apart. Okay, so now I have room, so when I condense my material from the occlusal, it's gonna, and then what I did was round this because our teeth are round back here. So I rounded that with my burnisher. My wedge is in place on my mesial. Now we're ready to go. Okay? I have all those in my pocket. I don't know.
Take it off and put it in there.
My goodness.
Do we need to actually do this?
Yeah, so we'll mix Dykel. So this is our liner. So what this technically means is, oh, I get to draw some more. I love drawing. Okay, so we have our big tooth. We also have dentin. And then we have pulp. Okay? So if we're putting a liner on our tooth, that means our doctor prepped. And you see here, if this was my pulp, I'm very close to that. So I have barely like a millimeter gap. I'm going to put my liner material right here to protect that pulp. This blue line right above it is dentin. So if I put this liner material, all I'm doing, what's its name? Calcium hydroxide. So the calcium is going to rebuild this dentin higher. So that's the medicine we're putting in right now, is the liner. So she's mixing. This one is equal parts, or equal size. We don't place a lot, so your dots are going to be like barely dots. You mix 2 dots for a catalyst and base, and then mix them together. So tiny, tiny dots, because we don't use that much material. I lost my mirror. Oh. So I have indirect vision because I can't see inside my prep. So I take a little bit. She balled it up on her mixing pad. This is how much material I use. Not a lot. So don't mix a lot. Put a little bit where it needs to be. Again, that means we have a deep prep. We're close to the pulp. We have sensitive teeth, so we're just protecting that and building secondary dentin. Okay, material's done. Now she's going to pass me cotton palette with some varnish. If you want to open the varnish, you can. It really stinks. Just pretend. So she's tapping it for me. This is like clear nail polish. So this is our sealer. It seals, completely seals everything. So I'm just going to swab this between my prep and my walls. And she's passing me the air water syringe because, again, I want just air. So I test on my bib to make sure I have no water. And I'm going to thin it out. While I'm thinning out, she's going to mix some amalgam. And it's 10 seconds. Make sure you put it on 10-second mix. That lid is going to fly off, so hold the lid because that one's broken. Always hold your lid. If your lid is broken, hold your lid. If it's not, it's okay to let it go. But if the lid is broken, it will fly the lid. So one of us is going to get hit. And the amalgam too. So you need a lid. The thing, if you don't have a lid, it'll fly the amalgam. All right, this capsule, she's going to tap it. And then you're going to twist and pull. It's pretty tight. Dump it into your amalgam carrier or your squeeze cloth. This or this. Put your finger underneath so it doesn't take it out there. Okay. Depending on your doc, he may want you to load both ends Did you have both ends? Yes. Okay, I'll take that in right as soon as I condense what I got. And so she passes me, she passes me amalgam, and I'm condensing with my condenser. And we're gonna fill until my tooth is completely full. So as you can see, we're just putting layers, and I condense, put more, condense until we're full. If there's no more, could you mix what? You can see my pretty filling when I'm done. Make it beautiful. I'm an Etta, so this is my job. This is what I do. I place fillings.
Will we be learning like all of what Etta's do as well?
No, just assisting. So I teach you the to become an Etta, so you have some grounding material, like placing the matrix band. So I teach you that. That's an Etta. Rubber dams is also an Etta. So you learn some, just not all.
Oh.
Went to extra school for Etta.
Oh.
And if you get it to an office and the office loves you, they will pay for it. If that's something they want, they'll they usually offer that for their employees.
Oh.
I'll probably take some more because there's a ginormous filling.
It seems like nowadays that's what they're mostly hiring for.
For Etta? They do still have assistants. Some doctors still want to place their own stuff, so. So if you guys want to come check it out, you can look in my mirror. I'm not even full yet, so that's what I'm doing is filling that little spot right there. So you see I need a lot more. So I'm not even full yet. So I've just been condensing that.
How long is a training program for Etta?
Mrs. Meekins actually holds an Etta class, and she does 8 Saturdays.
Oh.
So it's not very long. Oh, yeah. See all that come out of there? Ooh, yeah, we're almost done. So this process takes however long until the tooth is full. You're going to keep mixing and loading, mixing and loading. This is one of the funnest procedures, I think, for an assistant because you're constantly involved in this filling. Yeah. I think we're good. So after my condenser is that tube timing burnisher. And you should have your suction because this is amalgam and I'm going to be scraping excess amount. Sorry, go in. Next instrument is an Explorer because once I smooth, I can't even see my tooth anymore, so I need to remove the excess amalgam around my tooth and my band. Yeah, I need my wedge to remove first.
Your 9:30 alarm just went off. Just
My 9:30 alarm?
Yeah.
Okay. So removing my wedge, attaching my Toppermeyer and my band. So she passed me the Hollenback carver because I had a proximal. Our proximal surface was a mesial. So I'm going to make sure my mesial tooth is even with its margin of the tooth. And she's going to pass me a discoid. So the discoid, I look like I'm at bite level, so I'm just going to create some lines and finish my filling. And then burnisher next. So let's do it in proper order. Let's remove our dam. Hi, Irina. I'm almost done. Okay. So now I'm taking off my Toppermeyer because I need to check my contacts, make sure my contacts are tight. So I'm removing everything now. On him, he doesn't have tooth number 20, but take our bite, tap, 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 grind, grind, grind. Bite looks good. If our bite didn't look good, you pass what?
the burr.
Ball burnisher and Explorer, right?
Burnisher's one. There you go. Cleoid discoid. So you pass the cleoid discoid, remove the excess, check the bite again, smooth it out. If the bite's still high, again, discoid cleoid, burnish it out, check again, over and over until we got a great bite. Okay? Post-op.
Your restoration is not quite yet, so don't chew anything on that side for 24 hours. When your numbness goes away, then you can resume eating. Don't eat anything hard or sticky. You will be numb for 2 to 3 hours, so be careful not to bite your tongue or your lips. When you floss, be careful flossing and brushing. When you floss, just swipe it to the side instead of pulling up. And yeah,
That's it.
that's it. Any questions?
Nothing sticky and hard because our filling material